James, you are a legend. What did you do today?
Man, I played the best deck.
What's
and
the
it's
best
not
deck?
and it's not Goki.
Oh snap! What's the best deck?
Is it Skystrikers?
Sky Strikers. No, Sky Strikers is good though.
Ooh, what's the best?
But it's
deck?
not the best.
Ooh, what's the best deck, James?
Man. Summon double helix for game. That's the best deck.
Let's just get into the spice.
Alright, yeah. So I'm playing Spyrals.
Yep.
So I run 3 super agents.
Okay. Standard.
Yeah. I ran only 2 toughs because I didn't want to open it like going first. Like if you want to go first, you can and still end up with Trigate because of 2 cards that helps it out. But I want to play 3, but I just have no room for it. I just cut 1 just to, you know, you can search it and everything.
Right.
Alright, I played the Windows, Quick Fix, Drone,
Yep.
Last Resort,
Yep.
Master Plan, Sleeper.
All standard stuff.
Yeah. 1 Armageddon Night.
And okay.
This replaced the third. This replaced the third
tough.
tough to give me a turn 1 play.
So okay. So what do you send off Armageddon Night?
Well, I played the Shudo.
Okay.
I played the Shudo and the Master Plan. So
Right.
you know, and I have a little spicy tech that
Okay.
Armageddon Night can send to once
Okay.
I get to the side.
So was Armageddon Night good for you today?
Oh, it was great. It was never really dead, and
Okay.
it was never dead. Like because you're gonna always have Destroyer, always gonna go back,
Right.
and you wanna open up with it to send the Master Plan with Big Red, and it's just you can just end up with Trigate Sleeper.
Right. Did you We'll get into the extra deck later, but I assume you played like a Synchro for. We'll get into that later. But anyways.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I played the Ibli,
Okay, for sure.
3 Ash, 3 Drows. I played 2
Okay.
Ogres.
So how was this hand trap lineup for you?
I used to play 3. Like I said, the space was so tight because like I didn't used to play Ibli and I
Right.
didn't used to play Armageddon Night.
Right.
But seeing how it's a dark 2, I can pitch this. But the seeing how like this deck do kind of like hand traps are still good
Right.
because like I said, like it answers stuff, and if your opponent doesn't have the call by the grave, then it's like this deck can OTK. So
Right.
1 hand trap, yeah, you have a chance, you know. But if you just let your opponent play like Goki, and you just let them play and they
Right.
don't, and they just go off, and it's like you're just gonna lose anyway.
Would you have played any more or any less hand traps?
No, I think it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I would play a 3rd Ogre.
Uh-huh.
Because 9 is like the best number for the deck.
Right.
But like I said, I want to play more combo pieces and at least see 1 hand trap.
How many Goki did you play today?
I played 2.
Ooh, how did... We'll get into that later, but yeah, anyways.
Alright, so that's it for the monsters. The monster is 21.
Okay.
For spells, gotta play your resort.
Yep.
I played two Ravines for the Destrudo.
Right.
I played a Pseudo Space.
Okay. How was pseudo space for you?
Great. Because if they order this, or if you really need to search,
Right.
and you have either hard yard or you can terraforming, you start out with this and terraforming, you know you guarantee the search unless they draw you. But you know what I'm saying? With like I said, plays that you can't really stop, then it's gonna happen anyway. Like if they don't have an answer, then you're gonna get your search and at least end with a sleeper. And
Right.
sleeper is oppressing right now, just killing everything. 3 terraformings.
Yep.
I do play the 1 set rotation because opening up one of these, you have to like as far as you have to go. Like as soon as you draw your hand and it's your turn, you have to have a starting play or you just lose.
Right.
So I want to maximize my chances of getting to a terraforming or a field spell, or the 1 field spell. So I played 3 big reds.
Okay, so why 3?
Man, you just wanna see it early, or if you draw 2 of them, multiple of them, if you can find your way to a nightmare combo, you can always pitch it or just hold it for next turn, make a good enough board to where like it's live next turn.
Okay. So you definitely like playing 3 copies.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Let's quick fix come back to 3.
Fair.
Yeah, but you gotta have more searches and all that. I was gonna cut 1 and play 2 Last Resort.
Okay.
But it's just this being searchable and it's a red courage is like sometimes it's like overpower your opponent.
Right.
Like like sometimes you can just bring back Helix and
Yeah.
you can just quick fix and then search another one and then have it like the next turn.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I've played 3, and because I play a card that helped me get into this.
Okay.
3 Call by the Graves.
Yep.
I still play 3. The one of Soul Charge, which one standard. 1 for 1. Foolish.
The only thing that might not be standard as of yet is Foolish, but I think it's standard at this point.
Yeah, you have to get quick fix to the grave.
Yeah.
I played 1. Foolish
So
Real Goods.
why did you play only 1, whereas most people play like?
Because
2?
most of the time, like when you doing your nightmare combos and you spamming her and you spamming the where she at? All right, so you spamming her.
Right.
You're gonna be doing nightmare combos and you're gonna be searching all your rescues and dumping them and drawing.
Right.
So it's only really good opening up or late game when like you kind of stuck and you just draw it and you get back into the game by dumping
Right.
another trap or spell, whatever needed. But I never feel like opening 2 because you can draw 2 with hand traps and it just does nothing. 1 is like late game. You want to draw late game. Like I said, if you're not comboing, you can get back into the game.
Right.
But at least 1. Like I'm thinking about cutting it though because like I turbo all my rescues out and then I
Right.
draw this off of a nightmare. I'm like I don't have nothing to pitch no more.
Right.
So,
Okay, for sure.
So it's still good at 1. So it's like, but you know,
Right.
the 1 assault and 3.
So
Like
I
3.
assume assaults at 3 is kind of standard at this point.
I was playing 2, but I cut 1 for the ogre because I was like I said, I'd rather have more reacting. I'm trying to like react with my opponent than draw.
Right.
I used to play two assaults and 3 of these, but I just feel like this is more appropriate.
Right.
And I had no problem with it. Like you draw it, tough,
Yeah.
agent, you draw a card.
Right.
Or if you don't draw it, you can end with sleeper and then pop because you're gonna burn through these fast.
Right.
Yeah, so that's it for the main. It's 45.
45.
45.
Interesting.
You do search, discard, and I play more cards I play cards that don't allow me to brick.
Right.
Like playing like cards like this in the ravine. If you have this and any spiral, then
Right.
you can make plays at least. You know,
Right.
rather than just bricking it in your turn.
Right.
And then you have hand traps to back yourself up. So
Definitely.
side deck,
Okay.
cowboy.
Did this come up at all?
Not today. It came up, but my opponent just scooped before. Like when I was gonna make it, like he'd seen tough agent, and then he just scooped because I had to enter battle phase,
Right.
and I had to do like 4,000 or something like that.
Oh.
So I was like attack, and then he was like you got cowboy, and I was like yeah, and then I was like before I even made it, he just scooped like
Dang.
you know I would have showed it to him.
Yeah, he should have waited, but
but it comes in handy.
definitely.
One game seal.
Okay.
I like playing multiple. Like this, the only kaiju's like you need it. You need
Right.
some type of spirit mode or something to
Right.
just get rid of the U-log. But I don't want to draw multiples because I want to combo. Like I said, I want to draw.
Right, yeah.
I want to draw this and combo.
You don't want to brick.
Yeah, I don't want to draw like kaiju,
Right.
and then I can't really do nothing after that.
For sure.
So just one or two. You want to see it?
For sure.
The secret tech.
Okay. This is
Let's go.
so spicy. So,
Yeah.
what does this card do? Because a lot of people probably don't know what it does.
A lot of what happened what ended up happening today was you can dump it with Armageddon like first and
Right,
foremost.
because it's a
like
target.
it's another target
And it's a dragon.
and it's a dragon, so you can ravine it.
Right.
So what you do is you play it. You want to dump like any of your traps, and you send this to the grave. You don't have to send Destroy.
Right.
And then you make your board, and then if you play a resort, and they ogre your resort, then you can special summon this.
Oh.
And this gives back any spell in the graveyard. So a lot of times I'll have 1 for 1. I'll have like terraforming.
Right.
And then like if they ogre that, I'll just get back to terraforming.
Right.
And then I'll just go straight into pseudo space. Or if I had like big red or something like that,
Right.
you know, like he just gives back so like that was actually I actually liked it. Like I just read it and I was like I thought you can get back resort. That's the only reason I played it, but then it was like I read it and it was like, oh,
It could do
from your
either
spell and
one.
trap zone. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and then I asked the judge. He was like,
So it can't get back any field.
I thought I can get back the fields, but I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
Oh, that
if
was
they ogre
insane.
my resort, and I bring it back and set it like they just minus, but it doesn't work like that. But it's still good because it gives back like side deck cards that you know, like Floodgates and stuff like that. You can just set your goals in again, or set your rivalry or whatever you play.
Right.
You know, and then I take the shooter out and play this, so I can still pitch all my cards.
Do you think that's gonna start after this list? Do you think that's gonna maybe start becoming more of a standard in these lists?
What?
Zernatron, or I think that's his name.
No, it's just something I read it. Like I was just looking through my old cards. I was like, damn, I got nothing for Goki.
Right.
But then I just like ran across it and I just read it and I was like, oh, I could put that resort. I was like, I'm just gonna write it down. I never.
Would you play that again in the future?
I don't know. It's kind of like now that I know it don't put back resort. It's like it still puts back like cards that you can still use that same turn. You know, like I said, like terraforming and Monster Reborn or whatever. You know, foolish.
Right.
1-for-1. Like it still puts them back, and you can just put back a normal spell and so activate it. And it's a body too, so it helps out.
And you can use it for link material.
Yeah. So for now, I'm still gonna like.
You're gonna test it.
Yeah, it's still in testing, but
for sure.
Today it did good because they actually ogre my resort and I had to get the terraforming back.
Oh.
And it still worked, but I was like, damn, if I would've got resort,
it
would've just been over with.
Right.
But, there's some 2 twisters.
Right. Back row decks.
I want to do 3, but for some reason I draw when I play 3, I always draw 2 with a dead hand.
Right.
Like I said, more combo.
Yeah.
The drawing off
you
the
want to make sure you don't break.
Yeah. And still at least you want 2 chalice. I can't afford permanences, so I did chalice.
Right. Oh, dang. Would you play Veiler?
No, Veiler it's a -1 to me. This gives you the option to make your monsters like beaters.
Okay.
So like I said, if with the ogres and everything, I already made like enough hand traps, so I felt comfortable with 8. Like if I could just stop one play and leave their board like which is something like subpar, I can just tough agent, or I can just go into my combo and I wouldn't really need to. I'd rather this be called by the grave, so I would just not even. But if I had this, impermanence would be in. If I had impermanence, this would be in over impermanence, but you know, can't afford it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but it does good against like boss monsters like Conductor or Logia. Like you try to make your plays and then they just try to negate and you just you know. You know, so it's good. It's good. I keep that.
Okay. By the way, would you consider playing Sky Strikers in your deck, or would you rather continue playing the Dragon?
I'd rather play this.
Okay.
I'd rather play like this because I'm comfortable with it. And Scott's like the thing about the Sky Striker build is like you have to draw it and then it's like it gets weird when you just like sitting on like a Kagari or something like that. Like this is like I'm playing more combo and I'm playing a lot of cards, so that way like to help me not draw because I don't want to draw. You don't want to draw your master plan, so I was like, I was gonna play more than 40 regardless.
Got it.
Just to have more searchers and stuff like that. So that's why it's 45. Really, because of the ravine, the 2 ravines, and the Strudo and the Armageddon Knight. That's the
interesting. Yeah.
That's why it's 45. But when you see it, it's combo.
Right. For sure.
2 ShareAlike. I hate this card.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it. The 1 wire.
Okay. Was this good at all?
Oh yeah, it saved me games. When you give your opponent the Ibli and you top deck whatever monster they summon, they just 9 times out of 10. Or if they crash the Ibli and you just top deck the monster, they try to make a play and you still interrupt them anyway. So like they just give up.
Right. Yeah.
This is the MVP.
Okay.
This is the MVP.
So you played Gozen match.
I played Gozen.
Doesn't this conflict with like you can't go Spiral tough, right? But so why is this card so good?
Okay, so reason why it's good because first of all, you gotta know how to play around your own cards. Like it does hurt me, but like it'll kill me more if my opponent is just like free special summoning playing. If he's playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm like, okay, if I flip Gozen, then he has to stop, and I have at least like a sleeper or something like that because I'm gonna even if I end with a good board, I'm still gonna keep sleeper. So sleeper and Gozen is just. You can't play, and I got disruption anyway. So
I see. So you usually once you have sleeper on board, that's
I'll make a board, and if I feel like they're gonna like try to kill me, like go into like Cerberus or like they pop my last resort, and then they're about to go Cerberus, I just flip that up, and I just keep the sleeper anyway.
Would you consider playing Sanctum over, or like artifact
No, because I want my
sanctum
opponent to
and fight?
commit. I want my opponent to commit
Okay.
and just have monsters there so I can get evenly.
Right.
And I can play around permanents because
Okay.
I don't want to just have an open field. Like if you flip Sanctum and you just have a monster, then it's just like, okay, it's a battle phase.
Right. Yeah.
But
For sure.
But when you play Gozen, like they gotta commit. They trying to like they get comfortable, and then you just flip Gozen, and
Right.
then you chain Sleeper, and you pop 2 cards, and they have to deal with a Sleeper and a Gozen. There's no
Right.
way you can really get over that.
Yeah, it's really.
And then
it's,
you just send it with Last Resort, and then go into your combo.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, this was the MVP against Goki. I won all my matchups. Opening this, I just auto win because, like I said, I have Sleeper
Right.
and Gozen, and they just can't do nothing.
Did you lose against any of the Goki?
No.
Okay.
Nah, I didn't drop. I only dropped like 1 game against him, and that's because he ended up gunblowing me, and I didn't draw like no ogre or nothing like that. Like he just was making plays, and I was like, should I scoop? And then I was like, I remember
Right.
I have stuff like to come back with, so but he just ended up with the gunblower, and I didn't draw a hand trap anyway, so
Right.
it was his game. Yeah. And then I opened up this game 3, and then he just with this with Sleeper is like
right.
OP.
And then so extra deck.
Oh the 3 reboots.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, that's it.
Standard, yeah.
Yeah, 3 reboots.
And then,
Another thing is I'd rather have reboot than Twin Twister because like
Interesting.
reincarnation and like
Right.
stuff hurts you where a
Right,
lot of stuff is
because you're
chainable
playing-
now. So
yeah,
like,
and because you're playing so many
So,
one-ofs.
I thought about playing 3 twisters and 2 reboots, but then I was like, it's more chainable for them. So it's like
Right.
I want to just stop their play, stop their skill drain, whatever,
Right.
and then just go off from there.
Okay. For sure. And then getting into your extra deck.
Extra deck, yeah. So standard. I play
2 double helix.
double helix. Go like this. Tri-gate.
Yep.
Play the 1 firewall.
Right.
I think it's gonna get banned.
It's got something needs to happen to it.
Yeah. Decode for the OTK.
Right.
Storm drop blade. Underclock.
Yep.
For this to help you get over stuff. This
Right.
would have been a second Phoenix, or this would have been in Gritsu to like get through like a support lock.
Right.
Because even though like even Goblin, Cerberus, and Phoenix is still like detrimental sometimes, but it's
Right.
like this would have been in Gritsu, but I was like I chose to go with this because it's a rank 2 that points down.
Right. For sure.
Incurable,
Standard.
Mermaid,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Point. Yep.
Unicorn, Cerberus, Phoenix. I play 1 each.
Do you play? Would you consider playing 2 goblins?
Nah.
Okay.
Only because like the way I build it, it's not.
Right.
It's focused more around other stuff.
Right. You don't need the.
Yeah,
second
Warload.
one. Yeah.
7 Princess Bright,
Okay.
and the card, the MVP of the day.
Okay. So this was obviously used with Destrudo. Was this the main reason why you played 3 of the equip?
Yeah, that's the main
Okay.
reason. So if you don't open up with it,
Right.
at any time at the point of the game, you can just go into power tool. You could do a
Right.
first turn, and it's like to me, it's all about like I said, the not being destroyed by battle sometimes come in handy because
Right.
a lot of people just. I actually want to play a 4th. Like I want to play like something over the
Another
Foolish
equip.
Goods.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably play like another equip spell like
Like living fossil.
Living Fossil. Yeah. I tested it, but sometimes you need this because you draw the Armageddon Knight,
Right.
or you draw like this, and it's just like you just blow your opponent out.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like I'm conflicting with this because
Mhm.
when I draw it, when I do open up with it, I usually have a combo. But when I don't open up with it, I end up drawing it off a Nightmare after I
Right.
exhausted my Spyral Master Plan,
Right.
and then it just becomes like something just to
Right.
discard. But I was like, damn, this could have been like an extender.
Right.
So, yeah.
Is there anything else, or is that about it?
No, just three tokens.
Well, James,
Yeah.
first, congratulations on getting 3rd place. You did an amazing job with such a spicy deck list, if you ask me. Congratulations, and we'll see you soon.